It is, of course, a cloudy day in my home city of Gloucester doing bus spotting. So with that said, let's go on with the video, shall we? Because Galax on this, about 300 by mile, 47, hissing away with that turbo and on the Route 9. Of course, this is of course my other bus spotting, and then of course next week will be Sunday, and next week will be bus spotting different locations whilst on holiday with Southampton, hopefully Portsmouth be on the cards. So with that said, that's a lie inside the transport hub on this fine morning that seems to be cloudy, and of course not much blue sky and slightly a bit nippy of late. Let's have a look. So even though it's National Coach Week, not really seeing any Flixbus coaches on the screen display, and also they don't have that screen display up. They really should be starting to put Flixbus stuff on the screens, just because since the service is now going here, they should have it signposted. Alexander Saval 237325. Alexander Saval from by Scanian 250D5353. Alexander Saval from by Scanian 230D5978. And Alexander Saval 400 MMC 10750. And of course this screen display showing departures on here goes to show that Flixbus could also use base C if it wants to, because it's only every half hour by the looks of it for the Fulham stuff. Some more Alexander Saval 400 MCs arriving in. Of course, we'll be going out the entrance and then going round. Because over here there's been something that has arrived, which so 10753. So yeah, they've put this thing. So it's basically a short-term parking, cycle parking storage box, almost in the shape of a huge bread bin, which it's nice, but I think that money would have been more better spent on these vehicles, not that. Because everybody definitely doesn't like the widening of those paths at Long Levens, going all the way to Churchdown, and then of course going all the way by the airport with a reduction of the speed limit from 50 to 30. miles an hour. But it goes to show that, again, failure of taxpayers' money should have gone to the buses instead. So here comes Alexander Savar 400 MMC. Put your hands together. 10902. And of course, go ahead pumps right. Gemini 3 Street Deck number 374 as well. Standing 15,977. And what you hear is the fan, the cooling fan, the 374. One of the buses is late leaving because there's two 94Xs. One of them should have gone before 10753 came in. So yeah, definitely a few little niggles to complain about. Haha! Here's the Flixbus. Yutong GT12 on the new 44 from, I think that said Gloucester to Swindon by Cheltenham, and also the Transbus ALX 400 Trine 18315. But yet again, I have to say that number 44 should have been signposted for Flixbus services. There's also, of course, buses replacing. There's also buses replacing the some of the Alexander Dennis based stuff, the Alexander Dennis Savar 45 Scania stuff. There goes 15,937, 10,750 as well. So yeah, when I say the N250 UD replacements, I mean the Alexander Savar 203 613 covering, and I also saw Alexander Savar 300 by Man 80.24 22 744 on another replacement cover. So I wonder if there's a lot of coverage with some buses. There's also the Alexander Savar 300s 22 745 and 683, which of course, as you know, are both Invar 300s with bodies, both of them. So going back in here, where they should have put Flixbus things to it. Of course, the Flixbus Yutong is, of course, shut down for a minute or two, and it's, yeah, there it is, the Flixbus Yutong GT12 on the late 2023 plate on number 44, or should I say was on number 44, from the which said that it was on the service to Swindon, but I don't know if it came from Cheltenham area or it's going to start here and go to Cheltenham and then to Swindon. It is the only known route that I know that's going, but the thing is, I thought there's actually services going north to saying that there's ones going north to Glasgow, north to Birmingham. 978 and 15984. Source heights on this about 388 actually. The thing is, stupid thing doesn't even work, look. It doesn't work, look. This thing just turned itself off by itself when I already pressed it. What is going on here? Why can't this thing work properly? She just allowed another wave of traffic to go through. But it gives me time to talk about the Flixbus services. The services in Chippenham, Bath, Weston-super-Mare, all around there, all began today, or launched today. So, and of course, all the Bournemouth and the Southampton Pool Flixbuses are supposed to begin today as well, which includes extra services to London. Oh, got Bennett's coaches there, Mercedes-Benz Turismo facelifted model. And over here we have a train that's been turned off because I don't hear its engine. It's cross-country class 170 turbo star number 109, just idle at 9:35 in the morning. Got some lights on there, some about 400 MMCs down there. But it goes to show that because of the Flixbus, that time that I got here was opportune. But yeah, it looks like it's not just the Mercedes-Benz Turismo. Down there is what I think looks like a John Keir bodied Volvo. Down there by, it says Wickes Coaches, I think it says. It's just at the back there. But it's obviously another rail replacement service. Ah, right. There's the services to Cardiff Central have been withdrawn and in favour of bus replacements to Chepstow by the looks of it. But we also got some trains to Worcester Foregate Street. That is late. Service to Bristol Temple Meads at 9:40 from platform 2. Yeah, very interesting load of morning stuff. We also have a class, and of course, yeah, because of that class 170, we've got a class 165, 166 network turbo and service to Bristol at Temple Meads, and of course it means that the train is not fully in platform 4, but, well, it usually goes a little bit more down on platform 4, but I wonder if that class 170 is broken down or just doesn't have a crew to take it out. But of course, but if you look, this entire platform was actually made for 2 trains. If one's broken down there, there's 3 or 4 coaches there, and then of course you got the train here, and there's still a tiny little bit of platform left. But yeah, this train is 800-019. It's probably going to go at the same time as the class 165 or 166 network of turbo. It's on local service. Question is which trains are going to leave first. It looks like the class 800 is going to leave first, which will then be followed by the class 166 a minute, or 100, well, class 165 a minute later. There goes the brake release. And off that train goes to Worcester, Foregate Street. And here comes the class 165. 165, 131. And you may have heard its engine as it starts speeding away. But I think I hear the cross-country class 170 restart. That train, of course, is going to Nottingham. So the train was just idle. Because I think they found a crew for it. But because we don't have a nearby screen display, I don't know where the train is supposed to go.
She went back to be like, it just stood there.
Yeah, I've actually found it's supposed to go at 9:49, so we'll look at bus until 45, and then we need to go all the way back towards the other side of the platform so we can actually see. So of course we've got Alexander Savara 400 MMCs leaving, and those Alexander Savara 300s with various bodies leaving. well, various chassis, should I say, not various bodies, various chassis. What's left is about 4 buses and 4 in the transport hub, with one of them being Flixbus coach. Right, Sunday, Survival by Scania 15. I didn't see the number, so 15-8 or 9, it could have been 15983. And that makes the choreography a 5x5 at the transport hub. But it looks like we also have a bus in the gold livery down there. But yeah, I think they should really actually start marking Flixbus on Bay B and on the screen display for the departing services. Otherwise you're never going to know what's going to depart from here, because the thing is that's only one service. It's the 44 to Swindon. And they actually also need to get Bay C's screen display working. But I still say that Bay C or Bay A could still use Flixbuses, just because of the long times between departures. But the thing is, by the looks of it, Flixbus does have time to actually do things a bit more proper than National Express, with actually leave enough time for the coach to be filled up and for all the passengers to arrive. Alright, so Stagecoach Gold's 15,857 or 58. Well, it's night Sunday, from by Scallion 230D on number 64, still in gold. Night Sunday, 203,323. Night Sunday, 327,704. Sorry about that. That was a bit of a sneeze. So down there, of course, yeah, the Turismo's still there. But I think it's on the rail replacement service to Chepstow on the first one. Second one, probably not so much. But I wonder what it's doing with those kind of things. So yeah, the class 170 will be departing just in a moment's time. And of course it has the entire 3 coaches to its disposal. You can sort of see that it says terminates here on there. It's 10:02 service from somewhere. Train is actually at Weymouth, so it's a Weymouth to Gloucester service. But then that will probably perform something like a service to Bristol Temple Meads or a service to Westbury a good few minutes later. So we're now here waiting for 1 minute for the train to part, which is at 9:49. There we go. Hear a conductor on the whistle. There it goes, 170, 109. Well, I say that about wraps it up for the morning session. As I said, we'll be back, of course, for more train and bus fun later on. So, of course, time to just see these last few buses that are coming, which there's nights and days for 320 cents and 11 on the service to Brockworth. That is just passed after stopping at the train station's designated bus stop, which of course, with that kind of thing, that being that long, I'd say that would allow 2 buses at a time, but they could put another one maybe where that disabled parking spaces, maybe. But the thing is, it's not far from the transport hub, so the thing is, this goes to show it wasn't really that needed. So another go-ahead plunge right Gemini 3 street deck arrives in the shape of 372. Others over there. 36, 388 and 10, 749 with 15, 365 Alexander Sparford by Scania and 250 UD arriving from the Cheltenham side, and 10, 757 Alexander Sparford MMC standard. So yeah, that about wraps it up for the morning session, so I will be back for the afternoon session as I just said. So with that said, thank you for watching my X-Files, and I will see you later at around 12:05 PM. Slugheads.